Hi there, Ruby Retrograde Tavalente here, and what I'll be serving to you guys is another unboxing. It's a Kickstarter that I've received yesterday, and this little tiger carving is definitely a good clue as to what it's about, and it's all about cats, big cats to be exact. And the tarot that I'll be showing you guys is called The Returning of Panthera by Astrologist. If this is Astrologist is a creator that's from Thailand, and actually The Return of Panthera, it's not a new deck in the sense that this campaign was for a second printing, a second edition. The campaign was open between June and July of this year, 2022. And like I mentioned, I received it yesterday. So from July to October. So it's like what, a couple months, 2-3 months. So at first I got the box and I wasn't too sure what it was, but when I started opening it, and I'll show you, by the time I got to this here, that's the inside of the box, it kind of gave me a flashback, and I was like, oh, I remember. And I was kind of looking for it because I do enjoy felines, cats. I don't have a cat at home, but I do enjoy kitties, and even forbidden and dangerous kitty ones. So this is the inside of the box. I'm trying here, I'll have to show it a bit upside down, but I kind of opened it a bit, and that was how I figured out what it was for sure. And I have to say it was very well packaged. So they had like a little insert here, and then when you take it out, you had all these packing peanuts. Inside the packing peanuts, there were pins, and those were pins that came for those that backed the early birds, and I think another pledge, I forgot, I think it's like the full pledge or something like that. So these are really cute. It's like a little sun tiger and a moon tiger, quite adorable. And I do like that it was kind of put aside from the deck itself, so that you don't run the risk of the back of the pin poking against the box. And even then, the box itself, when you take it out of the box, let me remove it. Mind you, I removed one layer of bubble wrap, so it was super nice package, and they even took care to put peanut packets at each of the corner to really ensure that there was going to be no dings whatsoever. So this is really like A+ packaging plus an extra point for care in putting those peanut packets in the corner. So if we open this up, you'll see like it's, and I find especially when I get it, because it's been a few instances when I back decks that are from overseas, it could be Asia or anything like that. They are packed extra super nice. Just one second. And I'm back. Sorry about that. I realized while unwrapping that it would be a little bit more involved than just taking off the wrapper, because the way that they secured the peanuts was with extra tape, and so it would have been a little bit more complicated to do this while talking. And then yeah, so in any case, so like I mentioned, this is the Returning of Panthera, and this is a second edition. There are some differences between this one and the previous, so the first run. Mainly you will see it'll be the back of the cards, and also because of the level of funding, there's also some fun extras that were added. Like for example, the box itself, it started off, if I'm not mistaken, it started off with a tuck box, or maybe it was supposed to be like a two-piece box, and it's become this clamshell, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, clamshell it's called. Opening style, really pretty. I really like the presentation. Look at the kitties, so cute. And here, 79 cards, so 22 majors, 40 minors, 16 court, and 1 special card. They did include 1 special card for the Kickstarter edition. And as you can see, it was illustrated by Mint Yoruneko. And then when we open it, oh, look at this. Look at the extra care. Like that's what I mean. I find when the times I've ordered tarot and they came from overseas, and by that I mean like farther than Europe. So I get into Asia territories and stuff like that. Like the packaging level and thing is just like extra nice. Like this is just 2 layers of felt. Yeah, this feels like felt, just like regular felt that you could get at the dollar store. So let's put that aside. So this is really cool. This is really like, this thing will not move, it will not budge, nothing like that. Then we have a sticker of some sort. It looks like a sticker. Hold on, if I can. Okay. Let me not fight this. There you go. So wait, which way is up? I think this way is up. I guess it is the artist or creator's signature. And the date, maybe? It seems like 6/9/22. Then after that, there is a digital PDF guide. I believe in the pledge you could also back for a physical guidebook. I ended up not doing it, so just random cover postcard type of thing. And then here is the deck, which is on. Well, I'm just looking at the first card. So it's coming in this little insert to house the cards, and oh, we can see a little bit of the color from the edge that transferred to the side of the box. I'm gonna put this aside. Hopefully that won't happen if I start using the deck, but you know, we'll see. And while I'm removing this little plastic holder, let's look at the back of the cards, which I find is really pretty. I think I like it more than the first edition that I saw online. So you have all 4 cats. So just to go like a little overview, it's that each of the minors is represented by a particular feline. And also in the majors, you'll have, you know, different types of big cats. So lions, tigers, leopards, and cheetahs, if I'm not mistaken. I want to say that those are cheetahs. I kind of mix up, or maybe it's the jaguars? Oh, I mix up the names. But yes, so here's the back of the card. It is reversible. You can see, not a problem. Holding the first card, it is on the thin side. I was a little bit surprised. I was expecting something a little bit thicker, but it is rather thin, and I don't know, because it is the back of the card, it feels like it got a little bit of dust at the back. I mean, flexible, maybe it's kind of riding the line of I don't want to say flimsy, but it's running that line where it's like be careful when you're shuffling type of thing. It's definitely not as thick as Modern Rich. It's not flexible, but robust like Untamed Mystery. I mean, Untamed Mystery, this is thin and you could do anything with it and it'll flip back to its original shape almost. This, I would say, is thin, but it doesn't feel like it has any sort of like backbone or core or whatever else. So it's one of those, maybe don't put too much pressure if you do the bridge riffle shuffling or things like that. Now, if we look here we have a little card that is the Return of Panthera Tarot, Returning of Panthera Tarot Collection, Kickstarter Edition 2022. And it seems like maybe there was supposed to be a signature, but there wasn't, or there was a pledge to have it with a signature and I didn't do it, and so therefore mine has no signature. Or third option, this little sticker is to compensate for the signature that was not on the card. A whole bunch of possibilities. Anyways, let's put this aside. And what we're going to do, oh yes, let's mention the edge. Look at the beautiful purple. It is, wow, a metallic foily purple. This is a really pretty shade of purple. I am loving this. It's beautiful, beautiful. Okay, so now that I did not forget this, which way? We're gonna go to the right. Let's go to the right. Okay, let's zoom in and take a look, closer look at Panthera Tarot, and let's start off with the Fool, and let's admire all the kitties and the beautiful illustrations. The Magician. So it is based on the Rider-Waite-Smith system. And because it is all, you know, big felines, cats, then they're not necessarily going to be in that same position. It's I would say like a more realistic approach in terms that you won't have, let's say, felines in human-like positions. The Empress. The Emperor. Looking fierce. Oh, and there's a crocodile. Some sort of crocodile alligator over here, it seems. The Hierophant. The Lovers. The Chariot. This is a pretty cool picture. And this lion makes me think of Scar. For obvious reasons. Then we have Strength. The Hermit. The Wheel of Fortune. Justice. Excuse the washing machine and other house sounds going on if the mic picks it up. The Hanged Man. Death. That one is interesting. Temperance. The Devil. The Tower. The Star. Sorry about that. The Moon. I really like this whole idea. And it's not even that you have two cats on each side. It's just this cat walking out of the depths and the murkiness and just making their own way. And the Sun. That is definitely one of the cards that tugged at my heartstrings and got me convinced to get it. Just want to make sure it's not sticking together. Judgment. And the World. Just look at this big tiger napping. It's so cute. All right. So now we're going to go. Oh, yes. That is the extra card. The Eclipse. And this seems to be a liger, I think it's called. A cross between the tiger and the lion. So that one is interesting. And since I don't have the guidebook, I would have to actually go online to download it and see what they say about the eclipse and what interpretation to have for this one. So now we're gonna go with the cups. Like I mentioned earlier, the cups are 4 different kinds of felines. Cups are tigers, I believe. Swords are snow leopard, actually. Wands are lions, and pentacles, the name it maybe cheetahs or something like that, which is kind of funny if it is cheetahs. But we'll look through them together. Here's the Ace of Cups, where it looks like the cat which went to try to go at the dove, but the dove was like, nope, not today. The Two of Cups. 3 of Cups. 4 of Cups. 5 of Cups. Six of Cups. Looking adorable. Oh my goodness. I hope my stomach grumble did not get picked up by the camera. Seven of Cups. Eight of Cups. Nine of Cups. And then 10 of Cups with the tiger family. And now here's the page, looking very inquisitive. The Knight of Cups. The Queen of Cups. I like how there are little symbols and elements that you can find in the, you know, OG Rider-Waite-Smith cards that you find among the suit and the majors as well. And then the King of Cups. Superb. Now let's go to the Pentacles. And now is that a leopard, a jaguar? Help me out, guys. Here's the Ace. A cheetah. Is it a, it is, no, not a cheetah, a jaguar, sorry. Woo. I do have to say that I do get mixed up when it comes to certain type of felines. And then here's 3. Four of Pentacles. Here is 5 of Cups, the 5 of Pentacles, six, seven, eight, 9 of Pentacles, and 10. Now we're gonna go to the page. The Knight. I like how they included the little helmet for the knights. Now we got the Queen. And then the King. Now I think I said before that it was jaguars and I kept on flip-flopping between jaguars and cheetahs. I'm pretty sure now that I'm looking at all of them that it was actually cheetahs. Okay, now the Ace of Swords, which those I am very sure it's no leopards. The 2. This is a pretty neat image there. The 3. Four. 5. The 6 of Swords. Got 7. This might be a bear here. It looks like it anyways. Then we have 8. Oh, looking so scared and afraid. The 9. And then the 10 of Swords. Pretty brutal. But I guess in a sense you could say it's just a skeleton. It's not as intense as if it was drawn as a full-fledged cat. Now here's the Page of Swords. The Knight of Swords. Here's the helmet again. The Queen of Swords. And the King of Swords. Finally, we are going with the Wands. Here's 2 with the lions in the savannah. We got 3. 4. That's really pretty. We got 5. 6 of Wands. We got 7. Oh wow, very fight ready. Got 8. Is it me or they didn't really, there's no like very like actually drawn eyes on those bisons? Are they ox? No, wait. Oh, what are they in Africa? I think I want to say like oh, I forgot what they're called. They're at the tip of my tongue. It's not like a wildebeest or something like that. But in any case, I find it interesting that here you don't really see their eyes. It's just that you know that it's a running group. Here we have the 9 of Wands. And then the 10 of Wands. Interesting. It kind of looked almost like it would have been the same lioness. It's just that the color here is different. Here it's, I guess, the Last Dance. And then here, you know, the lioness did it. And now time to bring home the meat. Oh, look at this adorable little Page of Wands. Then we have the Knight of Wands. The Queen of Wands. And then the King of Wands. And here we are. Let's zoom back out. I have to say, I'm really liking those illustrations. Something that I've also noticed is here in the majors, I find that there was this lavender purple tone that was more throughout the whole of the majors. And then as you went through each of the minors, so each suit, it was a different tone. So here, you know, cups, to me, it looks a little bit more brownish. Here for the Pentacles, it's a little bit more greenish, like a more lush forest. For the Swords, of course, we're like in the middle of like a, you know, snowy mountain cap type of thing. And then here we're in the savannas. And then the color lends well to each of them. So it would be a case of, you know, if you're pulling a card, you would, before you're actually reading the tile of the cards, you would have an idea of where you're going. If you're, you know, at a certain point when you're used to using this deck. So let's go and shuffle it. I'm having a little bit of clump, probably because, you know, it's my first time breaking it out of the box, so it's clumpy. And also because they seem so thin and flexible, but without any sort of reinforcement. I don't necessarily want to go too hard on my bridge shuffling in case I overbend one and now there's a crease on it. So yeah, if I shuffle just overhead like this, I do have clumps. It's gonna take a little bit so I can, you know, get them actually separate. Let me see if I can do this like this, so it'll help. But I will say, I don't know if it's because of the transport, of the fact that they were rubbing inside the little box housing that they were into. It seems like there's a little bit of a foil chipping going on. So that will be something to keep in mind, to be careful when you're transporting this deck. But shuffling, it's not too bad. I imagine the more I use it, the clumps will be less and less, and they'll actually properly shuffle in a way that I'm satisfied with. It's just, I guess it's I don't know if I would put it at the level of pet peeve yet, but it does, I'll say, bother me a little bit when, you know, clumps won't go away, because I feel like it doesn't get shuffled properly or nicely. Oh, and I will add that the size of the cards, I did not mention that before. The size of the cards are standard tarot size cards. They're not too big, not too small. So let's see. Okay. I think after a few shuffling, it's getting better. It's getting better. It just needs to get used. I have to say it's not as easy to shuffle them on the long side. See, and that's what I mean. So when it falls, you have like all these clump of cards. I don't like that. See, you know, too much friction. Let's see if we can have one card fall out. Let's see. Let's see if we can have one card, or else I'll just cut the deck and grab one. Well, anyway, see, yeah, see, you have the Knight and the Queen stuck together, but if we have an example here, the Hierophant and the Queen of Swords, I find it's a good combination. Just here, you can already see for the Queen of Swords, it's very similar to the original Rider-Waite-Smith. The Queen looks to the right in the OG. The only difference is the knife would be the sword would be held and pointing up, but it's a cat. I mean, you can't expect. And it seems. Oh, and the other observation that I wanted to say was that it seemed, the other impression that I had was that it was as if it was, if you think of the original Rider-Waite-Smith, and then all the people pass away. So kind of post-apocalyptic, and then you have like these race, these species of felines just like roaming around in certain environments. So here, you know, originally the Queen of Swords was in this environment, but now nature took over, and the seed is, you know, worn. You know, it got like eroded by the elements, a bit like the Queen of Wands here, but the cats remain. And I think that's if that is the case in the concept of the art, I think it's a pretty neat concept, and I like that. I like those touches, those little details in there. It's to me, it's definitely after my own heart, because I do like felines. But funny enough, I don't have like actual cat decks, like let's call them house cats decks. But this one, definitely the theme, which is, I find, is very consistent. The fact that each suit is a different species of cat. The little details, like, you know, if it's a major, you have this, yeah, like I mentioned, this purpley lavender like tone. But if it's pentacles, it's more green. Cups here, it seems like almost like a fall setting. It's almost like it's in the fall. You know, wands, definitely summertime. Here we have winter time going on there. So if you're one who when they read, they add things, time markers such as seasons or things like that, that could be something that would attract you to this deck if they concord with how you interpret time and season and, yeah, periods of the year. Otherwise, beginner friendly, I would say, yeah, definitely there's enough of the symbol of the OG that you could easily find yourself in what they mean. And the cats, the cats expressions are expressive enough. I am so redundant. But they're clear enough that you have an idea in the scenes of what's going on. And for me at least, definitely you could have a little intuitive oh my gosh, did I not show the tower? I feel like I did not show the tower. But here's a tower of Black Panther. I just looked at it and I realized I don't think in the original flip through, I guess it was stuck. So I apologize. But yeah, definitely, yeah, I would say if you're more beginner, or if you're looking for a cat deck, but not necessarily a house cat or something, I don't know, human-like, where the felines are put in human-like positions or human-like situation, that would be a sort of good choice. I will say, because the creator is in Thailand, depending where you live, be prepared to pay expensive, whether it be exchange rate or shipping. The reason why I decided to get, because it was early bird, and I knew if I didn't get it during campaign, the Kickstarter campaign, there was chances that I just would not get it, because it's, at least for me living in Canada, a lot of the time, if it's from Thailand or Asia or something like, sometimes the shipping could be at least half of the deck's cost, if not the deck. I'm almost paying twice for the deck, and so it's really cost prohibitive. And then you add the exchange rate, and so yeah, it's as much as there's so many decks from Asia and places like that I want to get, sometimes it's just the shipping. The shipping hurts, and it's so steep that as much as I like it, it's not worth it. But in any case, that's it for my rambling and my talkings and my going-ons. This was The Returning of Panthera by hold on, I don't want to mess it up because I was going to say Astrologist. Oh yeah, it is Astrologist. Okay. Illustrated by Mint Yoruneko. Let me know in the comment section down below, down there, boop, boop, what you think about this deck. Do you like it? Do you enjoy it? Are you a cat person, a feline person? Maybe one is not necessarily the same. You may like house cats more than actual wild cats. And if you have any questions or comments, is this a cat themed deck, or yeah, cat themed deck that you'd be on board with, or it's not your thing necessarily, or maybe you don't associate those felines with the suits that they were with, because I did see that discussion at one point in a Discord server that maybe they would swap some of those tigers around, some of these felines around. But in any case, thank you so much for spending some time with me in doing this flip through, and I apologize for the ambient noise. It's Saturday at the time I'm filming, so Saturday is cleaning day, and also a whole bunch of other things day. But in any case, feel free to leave a comment. Let me know what you think of this deck, and until next time, thank you so much for spending some time with me to go through this deck, The Returning of Panthera Tarot Kickstarter edition. Ooh, and it's slipping and sliding. Until next time, bye guys.